Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this lecture, we will discuss the pteridophytes and its subphylums. The pteridophytes are further divided into four subphylums, that is subphylum Psilopsida, subphylum Lycopsida, subphylum Sphenopsida, and subphylum Pteropsida. Psilopsida. This is the oldest group of most primitive, rootless, and leafless vascular plants. Psilopsid contains both living and extinct or fossilized members. The extinct or fossilized members are Xylophyton, Rhina, and Cooksonia, while the living members of Psilopsids are Xylotum and Mesopteris. In Psilopsid, the sporophyte generation is dominant and the gametophyte is reduced. Morphology of Xylotum. The sporophyte body shows little organ differentiation. The stem is differentiated into an underground rhizome and an aerial part. The rhizomes grows horizontally in the soil and may bear rhizides but no roots. The upright stem shows dichotomous or forked or Y-shaped branching, as you can see in the slide. The reproductive organs are sporangia, which are produced at the tip of the branches. The spores are formed inside the sporangia. Small scale-like outgrowths are also present on the aerial part of the xylotum. Subphylum Lycopsida. The Lycopsida also include both living and fossilized genera. The living genera of Lycopsida are Lycopodium, Selaginella, Isotes, and Phyloglossum, while the extinct or fossilized genera are Lepidodendron and Sigillaria. The plants of Lycopsids are sporophytes differentiated into stem, roots, and true leaves. The leaves are small, simple, and are called microphyllous leaves. The leaves usually densely surround the stem. Branching is basically dichotomous, as you can see in the slide. The spores are formed in the sporangia. The gametophyte of Lycopsid is large, underground, and independent. The sporangia develop singly on the upper side of the sporophylls. The sporophylls usually form strobili. At the base of strobilus is present a small outgrowth called ligule. Ligule retain the moisture. In some Lycopsids such as Lycopodium, the ligule is absent. Lycopsids are commonly called club mosses. They are not mosses but called club mosses because their strobili are club shaped and their leaves resemble the mosses. Morphology of Selaginella. Selaginella comprises over 300 species, most of which are tropical, growing near the equator of the earth. They grow abundantly on hills. Selaginella grow in damp places in the hills and in the plains. It is a slender, much branched plant, either creeping on the wall or on the ground. The slender stem bear 4 rows of leaves. 2 rows of small leaves on the upper surface and 2 rows of large leaves on the two sides, as you can see in the slide. A long, slender, root-like organ is given off from the stem, which is known as rhizophore. Rhizophore means root bearer. One side of the rhizophore is attached with the stem and the other side of the rhizophore contain roots. That is why it is called rhizophore. Selaginella plant is sporophyte. It bears two kinds of sporophylls. Sporophylls are those leaves which contain sporangia. Microsporophylls and megasporophylls. Microsporophylls are those leaves which contain microsporangium, and megasporophylls are those leaves which contain megasporangium. Both kinds of sporophylls may occur together in the same cone or strobilus, or they may be born in two separate cones either on the same plant or on two separate plants. The sporophylls, all sporophylls are nearly of equal size and spirally arranged, usually in 4 rows, round the apex of the reproductive shoot in the form of a more or less distinct 4-angled cone called the sporangiferous spike or strobilus, as you can see in the slide. The sporophylls are similar in vegetative leaves in appearance but are smaller in size. This is the strobilus. If you form a longitudinal section of the strobilus, here you can see the microsporophylls which contain the microsporangium, and inside the microsporangium microspores can be seen. At the base of the microsporophyll a ligule can be seen. These are the megasporophylls. The megasporophylls contain megasporangium and the megasporangium contain megaspores. Ligule can also be seen at the base of the megasporophyll. Sphenopsida. Sphenopsida include both extinct and living plants. Calamite is the fossilized or extinct sphenopsid, while Equisetum is the living sphenopsid. The only surviving genus in this group is the Equisetum. Morphology of Equisetum. Equisetum are seldom more than a few feet high. The plant body is sporophyte differentiated into roots, stem and leaves. The stem is not smooth but has ridges, furrows or ribs, and divided into joints, that is nodes and internodes. Therefore, these plants are also called arthrophytes. Arthro mean jointed and phyte mean plant. The leaves are reduced to scales and arranged into whorls at each node. Sporangia are closely packed to form terminal cone or strobilus. The underground stem or rhizome branches frequently and is anchored by adventitious root usually formed at the node. Adventitious roots are those which arises from the node of the stem. The upper green branches are numerous. Special lateral appendages called sporangiophores are developed which bear sporangia. Spores are produced in each sporangium. Here you can see in the slide, this is the strobilus. The strobilus contain sporophylls. The sporophylls contain sporangium, and inside the sporangium, sporangiospores are present. The mature gametophyte body is more or less flattened, irregularly shaped structure called a prothallus. It is held to the substrate by slender root-like rhizides. The antheridia and archegounia are borne on the upper surface. There is no distinct alternation of generation. Pteropsida. Pteropsida comprises nearly 10,000 species which are widely distributed on the surface of the earth. Most of the members are living. The living members of Pteropsida are Adiantum, Pteris, Dryopteris, and Pteridium. Pteropsids are commonly known as ferns. Ferns have the prostrate plant body that bears numerous sporangia on the leaves called fronds. They are mostly found in moist and shady places. The plant body is divided into root, stem, and leaves. Plants have a subterranean or underground rhizome. Roots are developed from the base of rhizome. Leaves are megaphylous, that is, they have branched veins. Leaves or fronds are simple with a petule or compound with a central axis or rachis. The immature and young frond is coiled. This is one of the important character of this group. Sporangia are grouped to form sori on the undersurface of the leaves. Most of the plants are homosporous. Homosporous mean those plants which contain same kind of spores. Gametophyte is small, heart-shaped, and photosynthetically independent. The six organs of gametophyte are antheridia or archegounia produced on the undersurface of the gametophyte. Morphology of Adiantum. Adiantum is a common fern growing wild in places along the walls of wells and watercourses. It is a small herb consisting of a stem, roots, and leaves. The stem is a short, thick rhizome lying horizontally in the soil. It is usually unbranched and is covered by persistent leaf bases. The stem and the petiole are covered with numerous brownish scales known as ramenta. The roots are fibrous, adventitious, and arise from the lower side of the rhizome. The leaves or fronds are large and compound. They arise from the upper side of the rhizome. Each leaf consists of leaflets or pinnae. This is a whole pinnae. The pinnae are further divided into pinnules. This single one is the pinnule. The pinnae are further divided into pinnules. Each leaf consists of a stalk-like portion, the stipe, which is continued about into rachis. On the back side of the pinnule, the margins are folded. The folded margins of pinnule contain sporangium. A group of sporangium which is present in the folded margin of the pinnule is known as sori, and many sori are known as sorus. The sporangium can be differentiated into three parts: a stalk, an annulus, and a stromium. Inside the sporangium, spores are present. The sporangium, when mature, it bursts at its stromium and releasing the spores. Thank you so much.